Tatiana Schlossberg, the granddaughter of President John F. Kennedy and daughter of Caroline Kennedy, has revealed in a deeply personal essay published by The New Yorker that she has been diagnosed with terminal acute myeloid leukemia. The 35-year-old environmental journalist, married to physician George Moran, and mother to a 3-year-old son and a 1-year-old daughter, was diagnosed shortly after giving birth to her second child in May 2024. Schlossberg described her shock at the diagnosis, stating she felt healthy and had swum a mile the day before delivery. Her form of leukemia, with the rare Inversion 3 mutation, is difficult to treat, and doctors have told her she has less than a year to live. She has undergone multiple rounds of chemotherapy, 2 bone marrow transplants, and participated in clinical trials, including CAR T-cell therapy. Schlossberg has spoken about the support from her family, including her siblings Rose and Jack Schlossberg, and the emotional toll on her parents. She also expressed concerns about the impact of political changes on her healthcare access and reflected on her family's history of tragedy. The story has drawn widespread attention due to her prominent family background and her candid account of facing terminal illness. Schlossberg's diagnosis came just hours after she gave birth to her daughter, when her doctor noticed an abnormally high white blood cell count. According to Schlossberg, her white blood cell count was 131,000 per microliter, far above the normal range of 4,000 to 11,000. She was initially admitted to Columbia Presbyterian Hospital in New York City for 5 weeks of chemotherapy, then transferred to Memorial Sloan Kettering for a bone marrow transplant. Schlossberg described the treatment process as grueling, including multiple rounds of chemotherapy and 2 bone marrow transplants. She also participated in 2 clinical trials, including CAR T-cell therapy, a type of immunotherapy for certain blood cancers. Despite these efforts, her doctors have told her she has less than a year to live. Schlossberg has been open about the physical and emotional challenges, including being diagnosed with a form of Epstein-Barr virus in September that severely impacted her kidneys, requiring her to relearn how to walk. She has documented her journey in her essay, sharing her experiences with honesty and vulnerability. Schlossberg has spoken about the crucial support she has received from her family during her illness. Her husband, George Moran, has been by her side throughout her treatment, handling communications with doctors and insurance providers. Schlossberg's siblings, Rose and Jack Schlossberg, have helped raise her children and provided emotional support, sitting with her in hospital rooms almost every day for the past year and a half. She expressed gratitude for their unwavering presence, noting that they have tried to shield her from their own pain and sadness. Schlossberg's parents, Caroline Kennedy and Edwin Schlossberg, have also been deeply involved in her care. She reflected on the emotional toll her illness has taken on her family, especially her mother, and expressed regret for adding to the family's history of tragedy. Schlossberg's essay highlights the strength and resilience of her family as they face this difficult time together. Schlossberg's treatment journey has been complicated by broader political and healthcare issues. She described a period of uncertainty when the Trump administration cut federal funding to Columbia University, where she was being treated. This raised concerns about the stability of her healthcare access and the jobs of her doctors and scientists, including her husband. Schlossberg wrote that the healthcare system she relied on suddenly felt strained, shaky. The university later reached an agreement with the Trump administration to restore the funding. Schlossberg also commented on the confirmation of her cousin, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., as Secretary of Health and Human Services, which she regarded as an embarrassment to her family. She criticized his stance on vaccines and his decision to defund medical research, which she felt could impact her treatment and the broader healthcare system. These experiences have added to the challenges she faces as she navigates her illness. Schlossberg has reflected on her family's history of tragedy, which includes the assassinations of her grandfather, President John F. Kennedy, in 1963, and her great-uncle, former Attorney General Robert F. Kennedy, in 1968. She expressed regret for adding to this legacy, stating, "For my whole life, I have tried to be good, to be a good student and a good sister and a good daughter, and to protect my mother and never make her upset or angry. Now I have added a new tragedy to her life, to our family's life, and there's nothing I can do to stop it." Schlossberg's essay is a candid and moving account of her experience with terminal illness, highlighting her determination to spend time with her family and create lasting memories with her children. She ends her essay with reflections on memory and the uncertainty of death, stating, Sometimes I trick myself into thinking I'll remember this forever. I'll remember this when I'm dead. Obviously, I won't. But since I don't know what death is like and there's no one to tell me what comes after it, I'll keep pretending. I will keep trying to remember.